Guys, it is Sports Today here with another video, and today I'm doing the top 5 NFL teams that can go from first to worst. Let's go. Let's make it quick. Green Bay Packers, they finished 13-3. Let's begin. The run defensive linebacker courts are not too good. Who's their number 2 wide receiver? Devin Funyuns, or Alan Lazard, or who? Marquez Valdes-Scantling, MVS, who people have been saying for years now he's going to be that next number 2. Aaron Rodgers has declined 3 straight years. Who says he's not on a decline this year? Last year was his worst year in a decade. Tensions between Aaron Rodgers and LaFleur. Maybe because maybe LaFleur wants Aaron Rodgers out. Suspicion. Controversy. Over that first round pick they traded up for, they never got him a wide receiver. They never got him a linebacker that's decent. They didn't really help that offensive line. They got a quarterback and a running back that will both be backups for the next 2 years. Controversy. Yeah, that's the controversy. And they were very good in one-score games. If I'm not mistaken, 7-1. And teams that do good in one-score games are usually bad the next. Houston Texans, number 4. They went 10-6. They have a horrible secondary. Don't even get me started on their secondary. And their defense, if you take out Wendy Merciless and J.J. Watt, are pretty terrible, maybe the worst in the NFL. They have the worst offensive line, or top 5 worst. They lost the best hands in the NFL and a top 3 wide receiver, in my opinion, in DeAndre Hopkins. And they traded him for a bag of chips, half-eaten bag of chips. They lost their best defensive tackle. And Deshaun Watson has just been taking too many hits, too many sacks, too many pressures, too many quarterback takedowns and hits. And Bill O'Brien is trash in both general managing and head coaching. He should be out. San Francisco 49ers, number 3. Ooh, yeah. Running game may struggle. They lost some running game people. Jimmy G's uncertainty. They did want to get Tom Brady for once, and they were taking the ball out of his hands, which shows a lot about a quarterback. They're in the toughest division in football. Seattle's going to be good. Arizona's going to be good. And the Rams are always up there. Their defense may struggle, including Richard Sherman, the most overrated cornerback heading into 2020. And are they going to be a one-hit wonder? Super Bowl hangover? Maybe. That's what happens with Kyle Shanahan and run teams. New Orleans Saints, number 2. Drew Brees is heading into his 41-year age, and he's shown regression every year through the weeks 13 through the playoffs. Playoff controversy 3 straight years. Minnesota Miracle, the LA Rams no PI call, and the Minnesota Vikings again PI call that should have never been called. Who's the number 2 wide receiver? Emmanuel Sanders. And we think, oh, that's very good number 2. He's 34 to 35 years of age. Can Kamara carry that team to win games? I think he's a top 5 running back, but he has to prove it to me this year and stay healthy. Can Lattimore be that true number 1 cornerback? Because I'm still not certain he's a true top tier cornerback. And they're in a very tough division. Plus, Tom Brady's come to town with Tampa Bay, high explosive offense. Number 1, the most notorious team in football, the New England Patriots. And that's a team I actually predict to go not worst to worst, but not win their division. They went 12-4 last year, and these are the reasons why. They lost the GOAT in Tom Brady. Yes, Tom Brady does help you win games, by the way. Their offensive line is getting old and regressing and has injury problems. They have the worst wide receiver corps in the NFL, and if I got to put the worst tight end corps in the NFL, the worst offense in the football. How about that? The worst offense. Who's their wide receiver? Tell me. Julian Edelman, who's 34 years of age. Cam Newton's health. That's something you have to question. He hasn't been healthy in 2 years. Who's their playmakers? 34-year-old broken down Edelman. Who? Matt LaCosse? Do they still have him there? I don't know. They run through tight ends faster than I can count. They have an old secondary. The McCourty twins are heading, they're 34 years of age or 32? I don't know. They're in the 30s. And they're old. Gilmore's 29 or 30. They have an old secondary. And, of course, Edelman is 34. That is my top 5 teams that can go from first to worst in the NFL. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.